So Darren, you mentioned that there are 4 key areas in quality: design, suppliers, manufacturing and customer services. We've just looked at design, so this must be suppliers?
Yes, Zainab, exactly. So suppliers are absolutely critical in our business. So if you take this DJI 900 for example, you can see how many different components are involved in the manufacture of this product. And all of these come from different suppliers who are experts in their field.
Right, so how does GE select their suppliers?
That's a good question. So this is Paul. Paul's from the quality team and he'll give you a little bit more of an explanation.
Hi Zainab. Being part of GE, we have access to a network of world-class suppliers. Supplier quality teams based regionally across the globe. After the concept design is in place, we consider a range of suppliers and select the best through a supplier assessment process.
Right, okay. So you mentioned this supplier assessment. What does that include?
There are multiple elements of the assessment. Ultimately, we need to ensure compliance against the GE requirements. We look at manufacturing expertise, quality management system capability, and corporate responsibility.
So once this supplier assessment is complete, do they just go ahead and make the parts?
No, there's much more to it than that. Then follows a rigorous part qualification process. The global supplier quality teams support supplier selection and qualification.
Right, okay. I never realized how important suppliers are.
We consider our suppliers to be strategic partners, building relationships with them from the initial design. Take this oil manifold, for example. This is a key element of our system design, and it's a precision machined from a block of aluminium.
Wow, okay. Darren, do you think we could maybe meet the supplier who makes this?
Yes, why not? They're local. Let's go and pay them a visit.
Okay, thank you, Paul.
Okay, Zainab, so we're at one of the key suppliers that manufactures the oil manifold that we looked at. This is Rory, he's the managing director here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, welcome. What can I do for you?
So I wanted to see the role that suppliers play in when we manufacture our GE products and the quality behind it.
No problem. Do you want to go and see one being produced?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. So, Rory, tell me about this machine.
This here is a Doosan HP 5100 horizontal machining centre fitted with hexagon metrology IR25 spindle probe. That ensures the quality of the parts that we make coming off the machine.
Okay, it's a really impressive machine. How do you make sure that it meets GE specifications?
So every part we make on that oil manifold, the billet, the material is checked before it starts cutting. The spindle probe comes out, checks the size of the material, any differences in the material, it uploads it into the software of the machine and corrects it. If the billet is too small, the machine alarms out. If it's too big, it corrects the program and cuts the billet to the correct size. During the machining process, it then also checks critical dimensions within the oil manifold, updates the software on the machine, and then starts cutting or not if the part is incorrect and can't be repaired, and sends an alarm signal to stop.
Right, okay.
And obviously, cleanliness of the manifold is really critical to us as well. How do you ensure that the manifolds are meeting the cleanliness requirements?
Once the parts have been deemed acceptable dimensionally, they then go into the clean room where they can get cleaned, and there's a particle verification system that checks the cleanliness of the part.
Okay.
We also have a CMM machine which checks the 1 in every 8 manifolds that we make. 100% gives out a report, and that is tied back to the manifold with a serial number on the manifold for full traceability.
Okay.
Cool, thank you. So here's a question. So the design team earlier were telling me that suppliers are critical in new product development. How are you guys involved in that, do you reckon?
We have a lot of product knowledge with what we make for GE through 5-10 years of working for GE. Our engineers then deal directly with your engineers. They have a very good relationship. Because we know a lot about the product, we also deal in lots of different industries that like oil and gas, aerospace, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
So a lot of the knowledge that we have from different industries, we're able to apply to the products that we make for GE.
That makes sense. So that's new product development, but what about your continuous improvement?
on continuous improvement. Every year we look at how we performed the previous year. We look at our scorecards from our customers, and we see where we feel that we need to improve some of our
Right.
equipment set. When we feel it's getting to end of life, we then renew that, but we always try to renew it with something that's got more features, more additional capabilities than
Yeah.
what we already have. So we're always trying to upscale year on year.
That makes sense.
So Zainab, hopefully you've seen how critical suppliers are, not just for
Definitely.
design but also for manufacturing. Thank you very much, Rory.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So shall we head back to GE?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Okay.